And now our final performance of the day. And look at that. We're going to let you all out early. Woo, on a Friday. Is going to be presented by Vonetta T. Rhodes, who will share with us a final performance that centers racial equity and lays the foundation for Western New York's community development organizations to move forward with hope, strength, and strong collaborations in 2021. Ms. Vonetta T. Rhodes is a poet, educator, administrator, trainer, and advocate in early childhood education and a proud mother. And with that, I'm going to hand things over to Ms. Vonetta Rhodes.
Well, greetings, everyone. Good morning. Peace and love, peace and love. I just want to start off. Well, I'm starting off, but we're ending. But we're going to end it differently. We're going to end on the power and energy that has been created and inspired in this room and during this auspicious time. How? In the tradition of my culture, the culture of my people, African people, we always give shout outs of what they call libation to the ancestors, and also not just ancestors, maybe people who aren't with us right now on this call. And this is more than a call on this life experience right now. Okay, but instead of saying rest in peace, because we usually say ashe, and that doesn't mean rest in peace, it means we move forward. But I don't want you to say that. When I say these few names, I want you to say justice now. And if you want to take your mic off, you can. If you want to keep your mic on, fine. But I'm going to call these names and then say justice now. We want justice now for Dante Wright.
Justice now.
Adam Toledo.
Justice now.
Tamir Rice.
Justice now.
You got it. Breonna Taylor.
Justice now.
And all families who were touched by and continue to be touched by poverty, by gun violence, and by COVID.
Justice now.
And finally, we want to end on the end and then do our beginning when we leave from here on a life note. And I'm going to call her name loud, and you match it with a loud, energetic justice now. Carry on forward.
Justice now.
All right. And so I don't drive the technicians crazy. Please, you can cut your mics if you like. And like I said, the way we're going to finish off is I want to remind everybody, because it's been a particular, even last 2 days, January, February, it just doesn't stop. And even a couple of hours ago, I want to throw in justice now for all of those who at the FedEx have lost their lives and the families who are still trying to secure them. But I want to remind everybody and thank all of the nominees and those who received the awards. Continue to be a reminder, and LISC, continue to be a reminder to choose life. Celebrate the beauty and brilliance of our children and families and communities. Equity for everyone. Continue to say, live, Black Lives Matter. Continue to say and live women, mothers, front and center and forward. And continue to do your programming and your projects and everything like that through the philosophy that I learned yesterday. Nothing about us without us. That's the way we move forward, onward, soldiers. That's not the poem. I'm going to go into the poem right now. And it's going to start off, like I said, thinking about what our children have been surrounded with. And then where we need to keep surrounding our children with truth and with power and with love. It's called Kujijakalia, which means self-determination. Let them die. Rip them away from mother's breast, incubate them, put a heart monitor on their chest to disturb natural rhythms so that African drum beats are reset, let them die. Stop them in the womb, let them die. Don't feed them nurturing food, let them die. Flood their neighborhoods with options instead of Planned Parenthood, let them die. Bring them here with birth defects. Inject them with lead levels overdone and hard to detect. Take away oxygen so they can't breathe. Face them already with an uncertain destiny and dreams of longevity that won't be believed. Inject them with steroids through meat, kill them over and over again, give them under quality food to eat. And when their children react, tell them it's ADD and give them plenty Ritalin. To be dazed eyes and disconnected, let them die. Keep their minds in school, kill their minds in school, let them die. Tell them proper learning and high academic achievement is white and uncool. Keep them out of touch with literature, decrease their reading scores so jails and concentration camps become a clearer picture. Distort their images of world history. Teach them that they have no beginning. Tell them that they didn't learn to behave until first living as a slave. Spiritually enrapture them to only see our faces beyond the grave. Ridicule them about obesity. Deny the point that African students might suffer depression due to living under oppression. Wreck their after-school programs. Cancel the arts. Instead, place a liquor store on the way to church as a point to start. Then across the street, make sure there's a funeral home so they know that street warriors always have a place to rest. Let them die. Keep them on the employment lines, let them die. This empower their desires and options to be alive after 25. Make them think that there's no way to really be alive. Keep their families single-headed so that the preoccupation cannot be the comfort of living, but do whatever you got to do to survive. That's right, in order to stay in control, we must not allow families to stay alive, let them die. Choke them in cigarette and industry smoke, strangle them with channels like UBN, make them the butt end of every joke, play out televised revolutions every February so they know that down soldiers, water hose children, and bitter people are the only solution, let them die. Kill them young so that there's no rites of passage to eldership, witness, and therefore no celebration of history and ancestry. But today, we say, let them live. Let our souls turn over, because to God we will give. Let them live. Raise them up from psychological slaves, resurrect our communities, roll back the rock, emerge victorious from concrete graves of injustice. We raise up one another, embrace our breath, realize that we are all that we have left, allowing ourselves to even cry this time because it's a sign of strength. And yes, we are indeed bereft. Let us live. Fighting for liberation and freedom, now calling our neighborhood villages and kingdoms, opening our middles, massaging our inner king and queen, and living up to a royal standard. No longer afraid to walk with our heads up high because we jazz into a new hip hop and we no longer ready to die. Wise to the system in an army of God to help our children stay alive and get to know the beauty and warm hug from a bright morning sunrise. We must march to confirm that promises can be kept and that family reunions, community centers, and even block parties, our power stations, live and in color, go there for food, wisdom, and wartime tactics, like talking to the elders about how to stay married for 40 years, rear successful children, and own and cultivate land. At the same time, let us live, because our story continues and we have a lot to give to each other. We are mirrored images of one another. And in this new Babylon, only the Creator and our self-determination will save us. Peace.
Peace.